Mr. Chairman, thank you, and to Ranking Member Hatch for your good work on this. We've known for a long time we've got to do this. We've been passing these short-term fixes. I was here in 1997 when Congress passed the current SGR formula, and ever since that time we've been trying to come up with a better solution, and in lieu of that, consistently passing what have become very expensive temporary fixes. And so I think this is moving us in the right direction. The private sector has obviously recognized the importance of shifting this paradigm, and I'm hopeful that as we start focusing on reimbursing for quality instead of quantity, that we can move the Medicare program toward quality and in a better direction. As I've evaluated how I look at the legislation before us, there are really two issues at forefront of my mind. One is how we pay for it, and I think that's something we've got to have. Fortunately, CBO's put a fire sale on SGR fix, and I think that's, from a timing standpoint, important that we get this done now. But I think that we shouldn't be adding it to the debt, and we shouldn't be raising taxes to pay for it. We have to figure out how to offset it. The second question I'll ask is, how does this proposal impact providers and beneficiaries in my home state of South Dakota? And in terms of how this program affects providers in my state, I'm concerned about some of the unresolved questions that I have, particularly about the distribution of providers in the value-based program or performance incentive program. And I'm also concerned about possible disincentives for providers in our very rural areas to continue to provide high-quality care to people in those very rural areas. But I look forward to working with the committee as we address these concerns, and hopefully get an opportunity to do something meaningful in terms of a long-term solution to this very serious problem that, if we don't fix, is going to continue to be enormously expensive. I would like at some point, too, to hear from the folks at CBO and Mr. Elmendorf about how they score telehealth legislation, generally about how the CBO views the use of telehealth technology, both with respect to projects like remote patient monitoring and a modification to Section 1834M of the Social Security Act, which essentially limits Medicare telehealth to rural areas for CMS-approved codes. So those are some questions I'd like to get answered, and I've got an amendment that I'll offer later that hopefully will give us an opportunity to discuss that. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.